This is my presentation on 5G's use for sustainable development goals in Japan. All right, what is 5G? 5G is the fifth generation of the wireless technology. It uses cellular towers to transmit data through radio waves, and it can transmit at faster speeds than 4G and reach much further. Its adoption is becoming faster and more widespread in many countries. All right, so who is using 5G? Well, most modern carriers support 5G, and there are 2.27 billion 5G users as of 2024. The number is expected to reach 5.6 billion by the end of the decade. 5G enables mobile internet connections at much higher speeds than the previous generations, and carriers that use this technology can include telemedicine operators through use of drones and remote equipment, automotive manufacturers through use of self-driving cars, education for remote learning, agricultural for self-driving farm equipment such as combines and tractors that can be piloted without human use wirelessly. Right, so where are people using 5G? Well, in cities and countries, we got about 70 countries that have fully adopted 5G technology, and 15 more have partially deployed the technology. They can't be considered having fully adopted it, only partially, so that's why they're in a separate category. Roughly 50% of the world's population is in a 5G accessible area, with some specific locations of note, including South Korea, who is currently leading the world in 5G adoption. They have the most widespread 5G use over their entire country. The US and Japan are in second and third place. And for a little fun fact, farmers in remote locations are using 5G to power self-driving tractors. All right, why are they using 5G? So we're going to do a SWOT analysis on Swoop Arrow. It's an Australian-based company. They use drones to deliver packages and other sorts of things wirelessly. Some of the strengths of this company, including the use of drones with 5G connection, it has a stable connection and a quick delivery time with low cost. Weaknesses is that it can't deliver to areas with an unstable connection, so non 5G adopted areas. It must deliver within a close range of the facility, and the package weight is a big factor. Obviously, it can't carry packages over a certain weight. The drone won't be able to support it. Some of the opportunities include a quick delivery time, no fuel costs, and reduced delays. So you're not going to have the gas costs that you would have to pay for a gas truck. And reduced delays is your drone is flying straight to the house rather than having to take roads and things like that, which could reduce delivery times. Some of the threats are the theft of property, which is drones. Obviously, it being Australia, they can have weapons out there, so they could easily, take down the drone and take it for themselves. It also has high fixed costs, so there's a high barrier of entry into this field. It's very expensive to buy all of the drone technology and develop the software for it, which is actually a strength to their company since they've already purchased all the property themselves. But for the industry as a total, this is some of the threats. Okay, so when are they using 5G? By the end of the decade, over half the world is expected to have coverage, and this is complete 5G support and coverage, and this is over the total landmass of the world. Carriers are expected to ramp up 5G support through 2027. Barriers remain for low populated areas, so some rural areas might not have the same coverage that city centers and high populated areas would. And countries without large population centers could be left behind. Think of your Vietnams or your Azerbaijans of the world. And this is how Japan is using 5G to help solve sustainable development goals. Telemedicine development in Japan is crucial for hard to reach areas. Some areas might not have the best access or roads for an ambulance to get out there. They can use drones to remotely pilot the medicine or kits to hikers or villages that might not have access to higher levels of medicine that could be crucial. Sora Ina is a Japanese company that operates telemedicine drones on the Goto Islands. Self-driving electric cars can help reduce climate emissions in the long term. So once we have more of the sustainable energy grid fleshed out, we can use this in self-driving electric cars to completely eliminate the need for carbon emissions out of gas driving cars. Food delivery drones are helpful for disaster relief. So if you have, let's say, a tsunami in Japan, you can use a food and water delivery drone to get to areas that might be completely destroyed or tossed aside by the storm. All right, now it's time for two truths and a lie. I'm going to say two completely true facts and one completely made up fact about Japan's 5G coverage. So, number one is Japan has 5G coverage for 98.1% of the population. Number two is Japan has only spent 200 million on 5G investments. And number three is Japan has recently announced a prototype 6G device. And I'm going to give you a second here, and then I'm going to move on to the next slide. 3, 2, 1. And this is the reveal. If you guessed number two was the lie, you'd be correct. In fact, Japanese companies have invested over $8 billion combined for 5G coverage. And this is just what I could find on publicly available information. It could be more. So that's your fun fact. All right, thank you for joining me on my presentation.